Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the Sustainable Laboratory, now with even more sustainability. First things first, I ran out of power. As you can see, I've expanded the battery box. Even when this was full, through the night, no problem. Short meteor showers, no problem. What happened was, turn on the lights. Cycle ended. It got dark. Just as the light was going to start up from the next cycle, meteor shower came in, closed the doors, and it was one of those super long ones. So then the doors opened, which basically used up the rest of my power, just as it was getting dim like this, so I got almost nothing out of it. Beginning of the next cycle, another meteor shower came in, totally lost power, killed power to the space scanners, the doors tried to open, I lost pretty much all of my robo-miners, everything got damaged, it was horrible. Expanded the battery compartment, so now there's way more battery storage than I have solar power. I also fixed my solar panels. You see there's now this one over here because, I can even move those over one. I had them all offset, so I wasn't getting any solar power from the left side. I then added these emergency backup hydrogen generators, so when the doors are closed and the batteries are dead, this kicks in to give me enough power to keep the space scanners going. Alright, next housekeeping. I lost 2 more sets of doors because I had these installed upside down. So when you're building these, you have a single and a multi. The multi goes on the ribbon. If you don't put it on the ribbon, it can't write it. And if it can't write it, first cargo rocket's back. If it can't write to the ribbon, it can't tell the doors to open, and so, crash. Fullerene, isoresin, awesome. So that was the first cargo mission coming back. I have not found niobium yet. We have more fullerene there, nothing on that one, nothing on this one, and this research rocket's almost back. How am I doing for my telescope? Oh, we got Rocky. You're almost done. All right. So right now I'm waiting on another astronaut for this rocket. How am I doing on that? I think Harold's next up, and he's still a couple away. Definitely can't be that one. Oh, you like digging. Oh, more digging. I don't think I have any more suit wearers. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so waiting on a couple more skill points to start using another rocket. In the meantime, starting to core out the base. We will queue up the next bit of digging. And obviously trying to build more steel so I can build more rockets. Once I get a bit of niobium, I can definitely use the metal refinery and get plenty of it. I don't want to start digging, find all of the wolframite, because I don't know if I have an asteroid with that yet. Alright, down here, it's a huge tank of water. I closed off the saltwater geyser, it went dormant. More than enough water stored here. This is occasionally overheating. I think I've got that. Let's just turn that down. I don't really need the power from this, and I don't want to do active cooling over here right now. We've got plenty of petroleum. Down here, we're getting even more flooding. Been digging this up, had a sour gas explosion I've got to get cleaned up, but I want the fossil. I think I even need that letter segment. It looks like I've gotten through all of the large amounts of oil. But now we got cargo rockets coming back, can start making supercoolant. I need to plan out liquid oxygen because dealing with oxalate and rockets is just annoying. Oh, what have we got? We've got polluted water. We got everything coming across here. I'm lucky that hasn't overflowed. Is this polluted water? Where am I? Oh, that's probably coming from the ice up top. All right, let's mop there, there, and I'm betting. No, it doesn't look like it. Is it this ice biome? No, I've got that dug down. Oh, there's a whole vent here I didn't know about. Okay. Let's get in there and see what's going on. Maybe it'll be something good. And we'll dig that down a bit so we don't get a water explosion. Awesome. All right. Back up to the top. Okay, good. That rocket launched again, and we are queued up to make supercoolant. Maybe. I had fullerene in there. Maybe they already grabbed it. I think there'd be a bottle of supercoolant down there. I'm going to the right satellite, right? Oh, never mind. They just delivered it. Yeah, how are we doing on power? And dropping down to nothing. But these are now at the point where they're kicking up. So it should be good. And hydrogen storage. 275 kilograms. I think we're good. I switched all these over to Drecos. I don't need any more plastic. So as soon as they start laying some Dreco eggs, I'll get this up to 4. Otherwise, the hatches are doing good and we got tons of food. So yeah, let's wait for that rocket to come back and see what's on the next asteroid. Yeah, so here we can see some of the power issue. A meteor shower just ended and light hasn't started coming up yet, so I'm getting some brownouts. Oh, rocket's back. I want you to go there. And what do we have? Still no niobium. Wow. Okay. Somebody will have it. Yeah, so now solar's starting to kick in. And then everything should start working. The more they dig, the more solar I get. As long as those hydrogen generators are running, it's enough power to keep the space scanners going, which is the important bit. Yeah, so now power's starting to ramp up. Still not enough to charge all the batteries, but good enough. I'm about ready to start queuing up the liquid oxygen, which means I really do want to sweep all this. Let's just dump it over here. I did put a big sweep command, where did I put it? Down here. So big sweep command, and then this is feeding granite to all my ranches so my dupes don't have to deliver food for the hatches anymore. Surprised there hasn't been another Dreco egg. Why are you glum? No, here he comes. I'm like, I should have enough ranches to keep them all happy. Depending on how long they take to hop around. So where are you? Production 33, 55. Oh, there's one. I'm like, there should be one pretty darn close. What are you at? 60? Alright. Of course, they're also pumping out glossy Dreco eggs, which isn't as helpful. And now waiting for them to deliver Oxalite. Okay, sweep only. All but not liquefiable. Alright, let's just make this high priority so I can clean all that out. Flooding 5. Uh-oh. That's got to be stuff down at the bottom of the map. What do you actually power? You power everything. That's bad. But it's not super bad. If I change all those over to mesh tiles, that should stop it from flooding. Come on, Dupes, hurry up. Like, I do want to pump some oil out of here, but I also want to pump oil out of the other side. There we go, that fixed the transformer. I was hoping just that little bit would be enough, but apparently not. Alright, good. Might actually turn up. Yeah, I do have them both pumping. Alright, let's do this. You are not dormant for another 67 cycles. Let's just run a whole bunch of petroleum for a little bit. Yeah, so I cranked this down and now this can self-cool just fine. Come on, somebody come do this. Here they come. I don't need the petroleum, but I definitely need to pump up some oil. And this should screw up the counterflow for a second, and then catch back up. The real trick is once you do this, when you turn it back down, you don't just want to slam it back to 2 because you'll have too much flow going this way and it'll get too hot. It's like right now it's super cool. But once the counterflow gets going, then it will warm back up. I should have enough magma stored up for it. Yeah, there it goes. Now the temperature's coming back up. Once it gets to full flow, this should be pumping all the time. You can see how much faster this is now cycling, trying to keep up with it. Alright, we'll let that go a couple of cycles. That's fine. Alright, let's go back down to here. Looks like we sorted that issue. Alright. So by cranking that up, these are now going to alternate. So I'm getting 5 kilos a second out of each side, just because I got to get it to pump down. Alright, back to the top. Seriously? Nobody's coming to deliver? Nope, research is done. So we now have the ability to do liquids. We just need to make it. Nice. And you are, yeah, incoming meteor. So even with all this heat recycling and the stuff down at the bottom, it's not quite enough to run the base. and nobody's delivering. Oxalite. I absolutely hate oxalite in the rockets. While they're sweeping, I can start to prep liquid oxygen. So let me build the blueprint for that and we'll get it started. All right, queued up. So the hydrogen tank will be on this side. I'm going to use this aqua tuner because cooling down liquid hydrogen in the steam room would be bad because with hydrogen in there and you run the risk of breaking all the pipes. I don't have ceramic and I don't have much in the way of insulation, so I've got to do all of my insulated pipe out of igneous rock, which is fine as long as you rotate the liquid oxygen through. I'll try to make some better stuff once I get to liquid hydrogen, but liquid oxygen is the most important thing. I'm going to leave the bottom as abyssalite because why not? And then just regular insulated tile, and there's already a background here, so it should be okay. Oxygen-wise, it's just going to feed off of my suit pipes. Automation, I'm just running the thermal sensor over to the aqua tuner. I could do it off of the supercoolant temp, but I'm more concerned with the actual temperature of the supercoolant, of the liquid oxygen, not the supercoolant. The supercoolant can be way colder than the liquid oxygen and it's fine. And then radiant pipes made out of gold. And seriously, can somebody put some oxalite in these damn things? I want to launch the rockets. I have 2 dupes that are specialty suppliers in jetpacks specifically for that job, and I still can't get them to do it correctly. Trying to think if I want another rancher. Probably. And then after that, it's going to be suit wearers. Home. Very important after hiring a dupe. Tell them to go put on clothing. Alright, back up at the top. They're delivering very, very small amounts. And launching. And one very, very well cooked shovel. Wow. Alright, let the dupes finish this. Looks like they just about got the sweep command done. We'll take a look at it. Yep, here's my wonderful brownouts again. Right at the end of the cycle. So, a lot of power to open this many doors. But there's still enough to run a few of the robo-miners. And then as soon as the light starts up, right at the end of the cycle, then we're good to go. I have to start changing my save to multi-cycles because it's getting chunky. And this is just about done. Alright, and I believe Harold should have just got his hat. Yep, good. Then we can get the next launch going. Wanted to wait for power before I tried to launch another rocket. As soon as you get out of there, we'll build the second to last block. We'll let some of the carbon dioxide out, and then I can pump it full of oxygen. Yay, rocket! That's gonna go get me more fullerene, which I need a lot of, because... Let's see, liquid. Supercoolant, 200 kilograms. So that is 20 packets. This room is, we'll call it 10 high, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, I need a lot. I mean, most of this carbon dioxide should just solidify once I get it down cold enough. Debating whether or not it's worth even waiting for it to evaporate. Definitely goes very slow. We'll just have some debris down there. I don't think it's worth running petroleum through here to get this down to negative 40 and then switch over to supercoolant. It's not going to save me that much time. But I definitely need to set up the pump, so might as well build that. Alright, I'm going to build a pump in here and try to pump as much supercoolant into this pipe system as I can. That way I know when I'm close and then I can dump the petroleum into outer space. So let me work on that. Yep, that's how much supercoolant I have right now. I put in a liquid tank because I know I'm going to want at least a couple of packets in there to help average out. This is going to take a while. Ooh, never mind, you just landed, so we just got some more. And you come back in 5 cycles, which is too bad. And then oxygen-wise, all that carbon dioxide got compressed into that one packet. And right now, I don't care how long this takes to fill this room up to 20 kilograms. However long it takes is how long it takes. Man, these long meteor showers are just killer on my power. I might have to put in more hydrogen. At least the doors are opening when it's actually sunny out, so it should recover pretty quick. And of course, once I'm not running the 4,000 watts for 30 seconds that it takes to open all those doors, it's much better. But I think we will call that good for today. We got 2 cargo rockets going. We're exploring more of the map. Survived the oil apocalypse down here. This side's definitely coming down. I'll have to watch it to make sure I avoid that water layer. If petroleum goes through a petroleum boiler, it doesn't actually do anything. It just kind of gets heated up and comes back. So no worries about it exploding or changing states in the pipes because it's not hot enough to turn into sour gas. And then I just need to wait for this side to pump down a bit, and then I'll slow down the petroleum boiler again. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Next episode we should have liquid oxygen going, and then I can do rocket missions even faster and start figuring out what I want to do for the late game for sustainable power. Alright, thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.